I am doing this tutorial based on a previous tutorial I made, which was showing you how to make these chenille stitch tubes to make components for a necklace. So if you haven't seen that video, I will put a link below where you can find it, because this is essential. I'm not going to show you how to do this in this video, okay? But I made 4. And this is what we're doing. We're attaching it with a bunch of strands of beads. Now, this is going to be a statement necklace. I am making this for a customer, so I thought I would take the opportunity to show you how I put it together. It took me a while to figure out how I was going to attach these strands to the actual components. I was saying, okay, do I put a cap and then another cap over here? But I ended up just sewing it right on directly to the tubes here. So if you want to make this necklace with me, first go and learn and go see the tutorial on how to make the chenille tube using 10 beads. And the materials I'm using for the rest of the necklace is, well, first of all, I only use Miyuki and Toho beads because they're pretty symmetrical, okay? They're not one bigger than the other. They all kind of fit nicely together. But in this case, this is like a boho statement necklace. So I went and got myself some beads that weren't all uniform. And I think it adds interest to the strands. So what I did, I just went to Michael's. And because I needed them fast, I didn't order them online, and I went to get some strands of beads of the colors I needed. And for this necklace, I recommend, like just for this part, I used almost half of this. But I bought 3 in total, the colors. I'm going to have left over, not a problem. And then I bought 3 blacks. Because I have black in here and I want to bring out that black also with the red. 3 of those, and I bought some crystals. Now, again, this is the necklace I'm making. You could choose any type of crystal or not put crystals in it if you want. But this woman who the husband's buying this necklace where she is blingy, she loves huge jewelry, so that's what we're doing for this one. So I left it simple on this strand, but the focal point part here, which is, this is going to sit up close to the collarbone up here, and then I'm going to have my strand here, and this is where my crystals are going. All the crystals and beads. So I'll mix it in with these beads also. So I'm going to figure out where to put the crystals in, but we'll do that together, okay? So I just bought myself a series of these gray crystals, which I think are beautiful, and that's to bring out the gray that's already in here, the red and the black. I'm not going to be putting a clasp on this necklace because it's going to be long enough just to put it over someone's head. I may put a clasp, I don't know, but we'll see. I don't think so. But that's it. Scissors, of course. I'm using a size 10 beading needle to pick up the beads. You can use, one of those wide eye needles just to open it up and put your thread through. That's going to be pretty easy to thread your thread. I'm using Wildfire or Fireline, and it's a 4-pound. You can use any type of thread you want. I just want this to be really strong. So I used the Fireline for this, and it flows pretty nicely. It's not too stiff. But you can use any beading thread. Just make sure it's nice and strong, because you wouldn't want one of these to break. What else? Okay, to string on these beads. I didn't put all my beads on my mat. No. What I did was I got myself a bowl, and I just took my strand here and I cut them and I put them all in the bowl. It's much easier to pick up just like that. And I'm doing the same thing for the black. So I'll put the black in this bowl. And that's it. This is going to be really fun. It's a lot different than my other beading videos with the right angle weaves and the peyote stitch and all this stuff and making components and pendants and things like that. This is something a little bit different, and it's really fun to do. I enjoy doing this. It looks like it's pretty boring just putting beads on a strand, but no, super fun. So get your materials together if you want to bead along with me, and I'll be right back. Okay, so let's get started attaching these components. Now, my necklace in this one part here, this is 4 inches of beads. So we're going to do the same on this one. Now, we're going to be putting 20 strands. I've got 20 beads here. The 8s, which are 10, and the 11s are 10, so 20 total. So I'm going to go into, I'm going to attach my thread. So I'm going to start over here. And by the way, the length of thread, I did 2 wingspans of fireline. And a wingspan is just stretching your arms right out, and that's going to be 1 full wingspan of thread, and do that 2 times. So I'm going up here, and I'm going to just tie a series of half-hitched knots just to anchor the thread. It'll be easier coming out of a size 8. So let's get there. And I'll tie a knot here. One there. And then I'm going to go through a few beads and tie another one. You don't need to put 10 knots here. It's just to anchor the thread. Let me go through that 8. And just one more knot, and then we'll get going. Make sure your thread goes in between those beads. Okay. I'm going to move along a little bit. And it doesn't matter if you start with the 11 or the 8, because we're going to be putting a strand on each one. So anyway, I'm coming out of 11, doesn't matter, okay? So now we start the fun part, which is picking up the beads. So we want 4 inches, and all you're doing is going in your bowl, and you're going to start picking up your beads. Bring them down. Pick up more beads. Doing this is so therapeutic for the brain. And you'll find that it's going to go quite fast because 4 inches, it's not that long. It took me about 45 minutes to do it on the other one. So I'm here, and since I already have this piece, I'm just going to lay it here, and okay, I just have a few more beads to pick up. Don't start counting, you know what I mean, and because then you'll forget 45 minutes, you'll be here for 4 hours. So you don't have to, it doesn't have to be the exact same amount of beads. Just want it approximate. So I'm here, that's going to be my length, and now I'm just going to go through, I went out through an 11, I'm going to go through an 11 here, Doesn't matter which side, they're both the same. Pull, and that's going to sit like this. So that's our first strand. Now I can put this one aside. And then we do that again, and we start picking up beads. And you're going to go from one side to the other until you have 20 strands, or you went through all the beads on the ends. So don't pull this too tight. If you do, it's going to be stiff. You don't want to see the thread, but just keep it a little loose. Okay? And I like these irregular beads. They're not Walmart beads. They come from Michael's. They're glass beads. You don't want to use plastic, especially if you're selling it. Okay, and a few more. See how I'm not counting? It's approximate. Now, here, let me get this out of the way just so you can see. Now, this is too loose. I'm just going to pull it slightly, bring my beads down. And it looks like I have a few too many, but that's okay. It's one or two. But if you find that you went too much, just go through the beads and take them off. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm over here. I'm going over to the other side, and I'm going to go through the bead right next to it. We're going to pull ever so gently. And that's the second strand. Okay, I don't want it too tight. Then we continue. So, just that bead was very tight next to the other one. So I'll do one more with you, and the rest I'll do off camera, and then we'll come back and I'll tie off the thread. Okay, 4 more beads about. So now I'm here, and we go through the next bead, which is my 8. That was easier to get through. So the first few, you're going to have to really be careful of how tight or loose you need to do it. So you're just going to pull it slightly. And you're just going to continue. I pick beads, continue picking up beads, going over here, picking up beads, going over here, until you've done all the way around. And so let me do that, and then I'll come back when I have one strand left, and then we'll tie off our thread, and then we'll go on to the next portion of the necklace. So I'll be back. Okay, so I went all the way around, and now I'm just put my last strand here. I'm going through the last bead, and before I tie everything off, I'm just going to take a look at it and see if I need to add anything. Because if I want to add, I can. You know, you can just go through the beads again. So you can add as much as you want, but I think I'm good here. Okay, so now what I did was I cut my strands of crystals. And I put it in my little tray here, this No More Oops tray that lakesidejewelry.etsy.com sells. Daryl Fall, she makes, Darlene Fall makes these. These are amazing. So these are my crystals. I just laid them all out. Now, what I did was this, because I want, this is 4 inches, this is 4 inches. My components are 2 inches each, okay? And the bottom part, the strand, I want 8 inches. So what I did was just to check, I didn't put any beads, I just wanted to see the crystal part. So I put on a series of beads starting from small to big to small. Now, because I have a lot of red here, I didn't want to overwhelm it with red here. Just some red accents. So I put, I think these are 4 millimeter, I believe, and then we go up to a 6, then this is an 8, and then bigger, okay? So I got my tape measure out. I want it 8 inches, so this crystal part is 4 inches approximately long. So now I need to put, I'm going to put that right in the middle. So I need to add 2 inches of beads here and 2 inches of beads here. I'm not putting red, I'm going to put my black beads. So this is going to be how I'm laying out my crystals all the way around. I'm not changing this, it's staying like that. So what I'll do is take this off, how I want it laid, and I'm going to pick up 2 inches of black seed beads. Oh, don't pick them up yet. You have to actually attach it to your component. We're doing exactly the way we did it here. So I'm going to go through some beads. I'm not going to use this. It's too short, but I'm going to cut myself, again, 2 wingspans of thread. I just want to show you what it looks like. Okay, I'm not going to tie too many knots because I'm going to take this off and cut myself a longer piece of thread. Okay, so I'm here. Now, I'm picking up 2 inches worth of beads. We pick up the series of these beads as you want them to be laid next to each other, the crystals. And a red. You know what, I'm really enjoying doing this, that I'm going to do it in another series of colors. I wouldn't have made something like this. It's not something that I do, but when my customer came to see me, he showed me what he wanted, and I went, wow. So I'm really going to do this in other colors. Like, my favorite colors in jewelry is turquoise and bronzes. So I'm definitely going to do it in those colors also. Now I'm just measuring, and I'm perfect. 2 inches, 2 inches. Okay, now we can attach. Came out of 11. I'm going to go to an 11. Okay. This is going to be fabulous. So you're going to do this again. If you want to do exactly like me, we're going to go back, pick up the beads, pick up the series of crystals, pick up the beads, go through, and we're going to do that until we've completed going all the way around. Then we're going to do the top part. We'll be back. Okay, so I added all my crystals. It's pretty bulky there, and what I ended up doing is not doing 20 beads. I did 10, and I only went around the size 8s. It would have been way too bulky, and I didn't have a lot of beads anyway. So that's that part. I'm wondering if I should twist it. Looks good twisted. But anyway, they'll twist it if they want. Now, so the last bit is going to be what's going around the back of the neck. And I'm doing 8 inches, okay? I'm not going to put a clasp. She'll be able to just put it over her head. And in the last bit, I'm going to combine the black and the red. I'm going to see what it looks like. I may stick with the red, but we're going to see what this looks like. So I'm not going to count. I'm just going to pick up some blacks. And you can make a beet soup. You can mix up your reds and your blacks if you wanted to. So let's pick up a few blacks. We're going to put that there. And some red. I may do, you know, switching up some reds, you know what I mean, like a little bit of black, a little bit of red, a little bit of black, a little bit of red. And I may do strands with just red and then black. But I want to kind of combine the colors here. So I did a bit of red. So it's going to be like that. And some black. Actually, I think that's pretty cool because it's not gonna, I'm not gonna be picking up the same amounts, you know, on each strand. So it'll look pretty cool, I think. I'm gonna put it over on a bead over on this side. And the same principle, we just go back and forth, and that's gonna be the back. And I'll come back and we'll take a look, see what this necklace looks like. See you soon. Okay, so this is what I did for the back of the neck. Some of them I did a little bit of red, a little bit of black. The other ones I did all black, all red, and I think that looks pretty good. And we have finished our necklace. Now, I see this as pretty bulky, but that's me. But that is what the customer wanted. So we have to go with what the customer wants. I think I like it twisted a lot better. So you can twist it. And that's it. I hope you learned something. You can do all kinds of designs with this technique, with the tubes. You can make bracelets, all kinds of things. And I'm definitely going to do this with another color. Like I said, I like turquoise and bronze and things like that. Not so bulky here, but that's not me, right? So if you like the tutorial, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe because you'll be notified of new tutorials that I upload. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you at the next tutorial. Bye for now.